What if I told you that in Naruto Storm 4, player 1 is objectively stronger? Yeah, really. Believe it or not, the game is actually different depending on what player number you are. Special thanks to M34BBK for figuring this one out. When it comes to understanding deep and glitchy parts of the game, he's always on top of things. But before we get into that, hello everyone, I'm Crimson Gaia here from Mugen no Ato, and today we're going to talk about one of the most secret and unfortunately important parts of competitive Naruto Storm 4, port priority, otherwise known as player 1 priority, and how it can affect the game. But first, what is port priority? Port priority is a rule that determines the outcome of certain interactions between characters during matches. Now, emphasis on specific here, these interactions occur relatively infrequently and are considered to have a minuscule effect on gameplay overall, but they do have an effect on competitive play and decision making, so here's some examples you might see in your online matches. So when you're in Awakening, you're supposed to have priority on every dash clash. In this case, we have player 2 in Awakening. He will chakra dash me and watch what happens. As you can see, I clash his dash, which is completely contrary to the expected priority of Awakening. If you're player 1, or if you host the session, it seems like you can contest every Awakening dash just by dashing normally. It applies to both kinds of Awakenings, Giant and Normal Awakenings, and this is only because you're in the player 1 spot. In Storm 4, it means that the player with the lowest port, meaning the port closest to player 1, has extra priority on certain actions. It's a small detail, but in competitive play, where gameplay is heavily revolved around Awakening, this can sometimes change the course of matches. But it gets worse, cause port priority doesn't just apply to Awakening. If you're player 1, your ninja dash can clash with player 2's chakra dash, but the opposite isn't possible. Here, player 2 will chakra dash, and player 1 will stop his chakra dash with a ninja dash. This time there's a clash, and we're both stunned. But now, we'll change it so player 2 will try to stop the chakra dash with his ninja dash. And as you can see, didn't work again. This is a common situation in competitive matches, and sadly, player 1 will always have the advantage here. So if you've ever had some surprising interactions, now you know why. But is P1 priority still a thing in endless mode and in tournaments where there are more than 2 players? Sadly, yeah. We tried different modes, and whoever has the P1 icon will always have the advantage. So yeah, this exists in all game modes. Even in Naruto Storm 4 Evolution, a mod made by the community to balance the game and add some features, P1 priority is still a problem. We still believe that there are situations affected by port priority that haven't been discovered yet, as some certain game situations still remain unexplained with the information we've shown you in this video. Our objective here is to improve the game, so we feel it's important for us to inform as many people as possible about this so that hopefully the developers will take notice and remove it in the next game. Hell, like we mentioned earlier, Melee has many instances of port priority, as you can find out in this video about it and other quirks by Awesome Sauce. Like Melee, this isn't even the only stupid advantage in Storm 4. An example that the community is more aware of is that PS5 players actually have a slight frame advantage over PS4 players due to having less input delay. But that hasn't stopped tournaments and competitions being held despite some players having an advantage. All that's to say is that no matter what, if the community loves the game, they'll keep playing it and accept this because this is what we're stuck with. That being said, even with these admittedly stupid advantages, Storm is still an excellent game, and it's not going to stop the community from bringing the most out of it. Anyways, thanks to M34BBK, this video wouldn't exist without them. Great job, dude. And thanks for watching, guys. That'll be all for me today, and hopefully we'll see you soon in future videos on Mugen no Ato.